Hello, welcome. We are welcoming Mr. Petterson with us from Swedish radio in Barcelona in the occasion of the ABU Training Assembly 2010. Mr. Petterson, welcome.
Thank you.
Let's talk about public service. What do you think the role of public service in this new communication and technological environment nowadays?
Well, I think that public service is probably more important than ever, since public service is something between the market and the political system. What we see now is the development of a very fast changing market with digitalization of the technology and the new ways of working. And we also see that there is a tendency from the political side to change the mission or the remit for the public service broadcasters in a way that they would like to diminish its role in society. They think that private alternatives could be a way to really fulfill the ideas of public service. It doesn't have to be a public service institution anymore. And I think that was a common idea from lots of politicians in Europe. A couple of days ago, I think yesterday, BBC got a cut of the budget of 16%. And taking the money is a way to reduce the importance of public service. However, I think that there must be someone feeding the system of social media and all the discussions on the internet and so on with good quality. And I think that public service could do that.
Okay. And how can public service, maybe in this case, compete with the private one? What should they do?
I think we can compete with quality. It's like we are setting the agenda, we are setting the standard of the broadcasting situation, of the broadcasting through the way we are working. We're not dependent of the market, we're not dependent on earning money. We get money to make programs. And this gives a possibility to really do good quality programs, and that is what we should compete with.
Okay. You told me that you work for, in general, for corporate strategy and the role of public service for the society. So in this case, public service, when they go to the society, they should be in the society, to work for them. How can they do it?
I think there are various ways. I mean, the interaction with the audience is the most important. And since we have seen this big change of the digital technology, and lots of people are really producing things themselves, and we see the possibilities to do it, we have to be in that world. We have to be there. We have to be where the audience is, or the users of our content. And we have to provide our content to others. We need to have partnership with various media. For instance, in Sweden, we had a quite big story about a minister, a secretary of a department, who refused to be part of an interview we were trying to make with the Swedish radio. And we had that on video. And the biggest newspaper would like to have that one. And we gave it to them. So we were the top story of one of our competitors by providing them with the information that we had. And I think that we should try to find partnership in another way, because we need to be where the audience is with our content, and that's crucial for the future.
Okay. And to get that, maybe to get maybe participation also from the society.
Yes.
It's because now it's not only to give them, it's a exchange maybe information.
Yeah, there is an interaction that we need to be part of course. But there also is the 1% rule, and this means that if you look at social media and how people use the possibilities to be able to produce themselves, you can say that only 1% of the audience are producing themselves. 10% are commenting, and 89% are just consuming. So even if there is a possibility for everyone to be a journalist themselves, not so many will take this opportunity for various reasons. However, even if it's just a small percent that is involved in this, we should take the opportunity ourselves to cooperate with these people. So they really feel that they have a possibility to be part of what we are doing, because we are working with and for the audience.
Okay, and now that we are in university, let's talk about the young audience, the youth audience. They are very critical in front of the public service. Why that? Why do you think that that's critical?
Well, it's they have not. I mean, lots of our audiences are quite old. They've been living with us for many years, and you know, there's been an explosion of content, lots of radio and TV channels, lots of information on the internet, and they have been grown up in this situation. So there's a big difference between generations. You talk about digital natives, so the young ones are digital natives, and I'm hopefully a kind of digital immigrant that has to learn how it works. So there is a big difference in consuming and working with media, and the approach of media among young people, if you compare with the older people. So that is a big difficulty and a challenge, and everybody is struggling with that, and we have been struggling with that for many years. We can see a difference now, because we always said that when the young people grow up, have a family, they come to us. But the way of consuming, the way of being part of media
It's different now.
are different, yes. And this way will follow them up. So they will not probably come back to us. And we actually don't have any good answer how to really catch them, how to get them involved in our broadcasts and our programming and so on.
Maybe changing the formats, but when you change format, maybe you're gonna lose the other part of the audience.
Yeah, that's right. So it's a quite tricky balance how to handle this. So I think everybody's struggling with that at this very moment. How can we deal with it, and how can we do it? We are starting. We have a special radio channel for young people, of course. A local one in the south part of Sweden works very well. We have other channels that's not working so well for catching the young people. For television, for instance, the biggest youth program is a family program with lots of people watching it. And on TV, for instance, some of the programs targeted at youngsters have a very old audience. So the ones that watch everything will be the big audience, not young people. So it's very difficult to handle this.
You know that before having the assembly, we were preparing a video with the students, what they are waiting for from the public service. So most of them were talking about no commercials at all. I don't know how
I think that's a good idea. We don't. Swedish radio don't have any commercials at all. Swedish TV don't have either, the public service TV, and I think that's a good idea. I think that it should be quite clean from the commercial side, so we can see that it is an alternative. And in the northern part of Europe, Norway, Denmark, Sweden, Finland, so on, we have that system. So it's quite clean from the commercials. And this gives us an opportunity, and this gives us an advantage actually, because people are quite tired of commercials. So they really like it.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.